Right now, when you go back in time at McDonald's, you can bring home special Stone Age souvenirs for uniquely chiseled bedrock mugs.
These will look great with my bone china.
They're made of the latest Stone Age material.
Super Toy Run, a game-grabbing, toy-snagging rampage through a KB Toy Works store. Nickelodeon created it, and only Nickelodeon's got it.
Hey, do not insult this animal's autonomy. She can decide who her papa is. What's it gonna be, girl, huh? Original recipe or Van Milder here? Ah, that's funny. I can gently tap the fourth wall, too. The proposal. What the fuck was that? Bitch, you think that's what I do?
Both of you, shut up.
News alert. Someone is stealing Gotham City's power supply. Danger of citywide blackout.
When you want a Diet Coke,
Guess whose stream deck isn't working again? That's right, this guy. Welcome back to NerdDumb's poll list for this week, August 4th, 2024. How is everybody doing? I gotta do everything by hand. Even the lighting. Gotta do the lighting by hand. It's crazy. I swear, it probably just needs a restart or something, but there's an update on my computer. Mecha Break playtest is now done. Man, I'm so sad. I was wanting that playtest open beta to go a lot further, a lot longer than I expected. That's for sure. And I just did a video on it too. Darn. Well, happy I got to play it. And thanks again from them for letting me play it. I greatly anticipate its release next year. No release date, but it said 2025. So, yep, that's it for that. Pretty big week in comics. We have a lot of comics to discuss, and we also we did a lot of reading. These are the last two comics that I haven't read from the last 3 weeks. Good Lord. These are all the comics that we did read. We read all these. These are all taped up. These are ready to get put into the boxes. But we did read all of these. We read all of these too. These are the ones that are not taped up yet. So we did a lot of reading. There's a lot to talk about. Pretty big news in the Ultimate Universe and also with the Marvel mainline universe. There's a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I'm actually really curious to see what we do with this and if they knew for a while, because in Blood Hunt, I'm just gonna say it, Doom is now Sorcerer Supreme. Pretty crazy stuff. So Doctor Strange gave Doom the title and powers of Sorcerer Supreme in the comic book world, and he did not give the powers back. So pretty freaking crazy to kill Vernay, or to relinquish Vernay out of Blade, because Vernay was taking over Blade for the entire Blood Hunt. That was the whole point. And then in the Ultimate series, Iron Lad is back. Tony Stark is back to talk to Peter Parker and Harry Osborn, asking him if he's a hero yet. So I'm curious if he's just talking to Peter, and if he knows that Harry Osborn is also a hero. Which I think so. And then in Black Panther, he is ready to basically take the fight to Ra and Khonshu. So pretty cool stuff happening in these universes, in the Marvel stuff. And then, if we're talking absolute, we read these today. Of course, Moon Knight. This is pretty crazy because what's-his-face is back. Mark Spector is back. He is resurrected. He is risen. So pretty big there. And then if we're talking about the Absolute Power series, pretty big events happen here too. So, and the X-Men. Dude, there's lots of great stuff happening right now. Lots of great stuff. If you're into comics, you're pretty good. You read these today. Absolute Power #2 and Batman 151. I don't know how they fit together. I really do need to look at the timeline. But that's the stuff that we need to tape. There are 9 titles this week that we pulled. Let me see. Yep, 9 titles. And there's definitely a lot of comics this week. Did I miss one? I missed one. No, wait, I don't think I did. I think I got it. I think I got it. So, there's a lot of titles happening this week. Pretty sure I got that one. I really hope so, because I want to read that one next. Man, #8. I just read #7. The Absolute Power Task Force 7 is really like a big story pusher of Absolute Power. I'm kind of missing out on it. Who is this person? And the cough is still lingering, so unfortunately. Just looking over today's. There was like one that I kind of wanted, but I didn't know if I wanted it. Venom War. Cool. What's this one? But yeah, hope everyone had a great week. Hope you're doing well. There's not much news to talk about, but we are getting very close to our 1-year anniversary of NerdDumb. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for a 1-year anniversary video. I'm kind of working on it in my brain right now, what to do, what to say. But I just can't thank everyone enough for subscribing, for watching the for watching the videos. It's a blast. It really is. Look, we hit 2nd printing of X-Men already. Very cool. Fright Night. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, let me grab the polls and let's get into it. Oh, we got a good bag. Good bag this week. Alright, what's going to be the pick? What's going to be the pick of the week? You keep that on the down low. Excuse me. Yeah, that one's good. Oh, you didn't give me a bag and board for this one. What a wild person. Crazy. Darn. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got the pick of the week in my brain. And actually, let me grab... They didn't give me a bag and board. Let me grab one for this really quick. I really should just put all these together, huh? Rather than have them separate. We'll work on that right now. I don't know if I want to work on that right now. Bag. Is this called Mylar? Is this what it's called? Is that a thing? Oh, someone's home. Let me put this in here real quick. Dang. I need to go different bags next time, I think. I think this is the wrong size. Hey, babe. What? Just a second. Okay. Polis, what's up, dude? Sorry about that. So I was actually, they didn't give me a bag and board for this first one, so I put a bag and board in it really quick. And this is Batman Gotham by Gaslight, The Kryptonian Age, issue number 3. Kind of really digging the story so far in this one. Talks a lot about the League of Assassins and this world, what Kryptonian Age really is, and I'm digging it a lot. And I had to put it in a good bag and board because they didn't give me a bag and board, unfortunately. But we did a lot of reading. This is the books we read today, or the last couple days. You can tell because they're not taped. And then these are all the ones that are taped. We did a lot. These need to go in the boxes. But good lord. Good amount of story in there. Yeah, the first one, it's kind of weird to use my good progress. Absolutely. It's kind of weird to use my bags and boards again. I still think something's up with this size. I think I got the wrong size. So I'm going to go back to modern instead of current on this comic book size. And then we'll do these later. I was going to just make a bunch of bag and board with those later. So that was the first one. This was actually a holdover. And we're going to go kind of quick tonight. Sorry. We're probably going to go about an hour or so. Whoa. What the heck? She's got home and we didn't really eat anything yet, so, and we want to, spend time. So, just really quick pull list tonight, really. Next up is Daredevil, issue number 12. This actually is a holdover from last week. Remember when they didn't print enough copies? So, I got a copy this time, and I'm really curious to see how the possession of Kingpin is going to affect Matt, affect Elektra, that kind of thing, and it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see religious Matt, but he's still Matt Murdock. He's still like, I don't know, lusting over Elektra, I guess. I don't know, I guess they love each other. I guess it's love. Do you think it's love or lust? I'm not sure. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. That's definitely the wrong size. I'm into it? Yeah, all good. Well, what made me mad too is that they pulled the Mecha Break beta. They pulled it. So there's no more Mecha Break beta, unfortunately. They pulled it yesterday, I think. That kind of sucks. Next up is Vengeance of Moon Knight, issue number 8. So again, Mark Spector is back from the dead. He is risen. It looks like on the cover, I haven't looked inside yet. Looks like on the cover we have the Shroud version of Moon Knight, and then our version of Moon Knight, Mark Spector. They say why. It is, it's just over. So the Mecha Break beta is just over, which I was kind of sad. I'm like, I kind of want it back. It was pretty cool. But yeah, man, big things happened in the Marvel Universe in Blood Hunt issue number 5. So, Doctor Strange relinquished his title as Sorcerer Supreme and gave it to Doom. Doom was the only one that could really save the world. So Doom made a promise to Doctor Strange that he would relinquish his title once he became Sorcerer Supreme, once the world is safe. And so when he took out Vernay, it was the Avengers, the Midnight Mission, Moon Knight, Dracula, Bloodline all helped to destroy Vernay, who was possessing Blade. And then Doctor Doom, using the power of Sorcerer Supreme, was able to punch a hole through the darkness, the dark magic that was like encompassing the whole world. And it was so thick that nobody could even fly through it, nobody could escape it, that kind of thing. And so then Strange is like, come on, you gave me your promise, give me my title back, give me my powers back. And then he said, I said when the world is safe. The world is still not safe. So now we live in the age of Doom as Sorcerer Supreme. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So that's how it ended. This looks like it's going to be taking place after that. And we're going to be catching up with Moon Knight and the Midnight Mission. And probably, I don't know if Shroud is still alive. The Shroud? I said Shroud. Shroud's the streamer. I don't know if the Shroud is still alive. But yeah. And then we got, next up, we have the Ultimates, issue number 3. Now, I just read Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 7, and Iron Lad has come through the gates. He is teleported in to see Peter Parker and Harry Osborn, and he said, so, are you a hero yet? And that's the last that we've seen of this universe, kind of, that's closely to the Ultimates. A lot of other stuff is crazy, stuff has happened with them. I'm missing out on their version of Doom, which is Reed Richards. Their Reed Richards, I believe. It's kind of cool. He has like 2 pistols and stuff, and then a blue cloak. It's pretty badass. But yeah, I love this series, the Ultimates. And then you got Ultimate X-Men, which is doing something completely different, but within the same universe. So I really do like how each one kind of is a little bit different. And then Ra and Khonshu are running wild in Africa, you know, in the Ultimate Black Panther. Next up, I was kind of confused about this one. I thought it was a variant because it looks so much different, but this is actually X-Men issue number 2. And I really dug the first issue of X-Men when I read it. It was like a couple weeks ago, I think. And we got this team. We got Scott Summers trying to make a new version of X-Men up in the north somewhere. I don't know if it's Canada or what. It's all snowy and stuff. And, you know, the locals kind of want to check out what's up with him and like what's going on. And so he shows them around, and it's actually the locals. It's kind of cool. The locals are sad that they're out of work and that this factory shut down. And now the X-Men are inhabiting that factory, but that factory used to make Sentinels. So he's like, that's a little awkward that you're like, oh, I'm sad I don't have a job anymore, but my job was making death machines, you know? So hopefully we get some Psylocke in here. I don't think we got any Psylocke in the last issue. And they're definitely drawing Scott really weird. He's really tall and like lanky. It's definitely a lot different than I've seen him like in the past, but the last X-Men that I really read was, I think, Avengers vs. X-Men. So that he was drawn a certain way for that. And of course he had the Phoenix Force. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. Scott is weird. I read the Uncanny X-Men, which is Rogue, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Gambit so far. There's some new people coming in. But Logan is basically like, I don't care what Scott's doing up there. I don't want to be a part of it. You know, and they're kind of like pushing Rogue to be a leader. It's kind of interesting in that one. I don't know what Gail's up to. I don't know what Gail Simone is up to. Next up is Napalm Lullaby, issue number 6. The last issue we got a lot of backstory because these 2 kids met up with their mom, and she basically gave them a whole backstory that they are descendants of like the god person who ended up sleeping with their mom, who was actually a housekeeper of the god. He's not really a god, he's a dude. But she then gave birth to these kids like in secret, and it was love. They loved each other. The god dude prince guy was married to somebody else. So she ended up having to like move away from him to protect herself and the kids. And yeah, they figure out that the monitor person who was attacking them is like their half sister, since that is also the daughter of the god dude. And then they found the god dude, and basically they have to save him. So it's kind of crazy. The top says a living dream with one chance to wake a world beyond salvation. Very Hera and Zeus. Yeah, somewhat. I'd say somewhat, yeah. Yeah, their mom was definitely like a housekeeper, and then she thought he was handsome and he thought she was good looking, and so they kind of were together a little bit, and then he wasn't allowed to be with her because she's a commoner. And his mom basically made her go away and work somewhere else, but then they got together in secret, and that's when they started having relations, so on and so forth. They have kids, and that's who Napalm and Lullaby are. But yeah, this is Rick Remender and Bengal, and yeah, I'm digging it. It's got a bunch of mixture of stuff. It's got like some religious zealotry. Basically, the religion that's in here, it was an excuse to get around taxes. So they created this whole religion in like the 60s of this world just so they didn't have to pay certain taxes. And then that religion took off, and then it turned into something wild with power. Pretty funny stuff. But yeah, Napalm Lullaby, Image Comics, issue number 6. I wish I didn't cough anymore. That would be nice. Next, I thought about this being the pick of the week, but there's something else that I'm digging a little bit more that I'm going to give it to this week. But this is Geiger, issue number 5. Really digging... Or is it 6? Nope, it's 5. Really digging Geiger. Geiger is doing a great job with its storytelling, with its characters, them growing, them... honorable mention. This is honorable mention for sure, but we have other comics as well. But they're doing a really good job of him and Nuclear Knight growing with each other, caring for each other, and other people as well. So we're learning a little bit more about Geiger, of course. We're learning a little bit more about Nuclear Knight. And yeah, great job by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. This one and Redcoat, actually, and then Rook. All of the Ghost Machine books that I'm reading right now are freaking killer. Rook's last issue number 4, was absolutely insane. The big fight between Ursa and Rook and Direwolf, freaking crazy. Really cool stuff though. And then also, I think her name was I forgot the snake lady, but she's like a snake and she controls all pythons. Pretty cool. But Geiger, issue number 5, digging it, loving it. Good quality pages, good quality art. This one, actually, I didn't get to read. It's in my read pile. Issue number 4 is in my read pile, but this is issue number 5 of When the Blood Has Dried. We're sticking with it, man. I want to see what this story is. It's like our only really fantasy book. There was another fantasy book that I had, and I just fell off of it. I think it wasn't on my app. So I did order a couple of copies of that book, and they're coming in the next couple weeks. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It will be coming up soon. But yeah, again, amazing covers in here. And I haven't looked inside, but I'm having a good time with it. This is Gary Maloney, Daniel Romero, and Becca Carey. Fantasy, adventure, that kind of thing. Mixed with like a little bit of not politics, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it really. Because it has to do with like past things. Okay, so this is an Absolute Power tie-in from DC. This is issue number 14 of Green Lantern. Now, the last issue of Green Lantern was really kind of a catch-up with all the different characters of this Lantern book and how they're dealing with absolute power. So it showed, you know, how he's imprisoned and they're trying to figure out how his ring works, where is the battery, that kind of thing. Amanda Waller and Task Force 7 are torturing him, basically. And he won't tell him. We then see, what's her name? His girl. I forgot her name. Not Starfire, something else. But she's the pink ring. You see what she's been up to. You see the guy that she left at the altar. It's really crazy. So he's still in Vegas and he's just so sad. So then the power of, I forgot what it was, but it's like white. It's like gray. It's a gray emotional ring. It enshrouds him and he's like depression or something. I forgot what it was. And then it shows Sinestro and him and his red ring powers basically raging around. And I think that's it. But we'll see what this issue has in store for us. That one, like I said, really was just showing us, of course, I mean, it did have the Hal Jordan part with him being tortured by Task Force 7. what's his name? King Shark? Was it Killer Shark? What's it? It is King Shark. That's what I thought. It's not Killer Shark, it's Killer Croc. It's a Killer Croca. You know what? And I wish this cough would go away. We're very close to going to the doctor. I'm going to the doctor, I swear. And then I don't have the button. So I gotta do it. Having a great time with Dick Tracy. Issue number 4. Very cool noir detective book and very gruesome. It's something I didn't expect this book to be. It's very bloody, gruesome, adult, mature, but that's what it is. It's definitely mobster, gangsters, post-war 1947, what these vets are having to go through in this world. They're getting jobs from mobsters for pennies, and then the mobsters are kind of taking each other out. So that's what's going on in this one, and I'm digging every minute of it. I think the characters are awesome, and it looks like Dick Tracy does have a past with Flat Top, who is this murderous henchman, basically, and he loves using the Tommy gun. So that is the pick of the week. There it goes. Yeah, buddy. And that's it, really. All of it in my reading list. My reading stack. Then I'll make the bags and boards. But yeah, what else is going on? We do have our knickknack. I found this. This would be kind of cool. Dun 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 dun. So I have been in the graphic design field for quite a while now, and I actually was looking around for something to show, and I found my kind of old portfolio. So it's kind of funny looking back. I actually won an award for this first one. It's a shoe ad that is supposed to like massage your feet. So I made that in Photoshop. And it was supposed to be like a minimalist ad. So I won an award for that one. I was actually in a museum piece, like an art exhibit for that one. For this one, it was an exploration in a typography that didn't match its style. So we were supposed to be using like a typeface that you wouldn't expect to see in this environment. So I found this really old typeface called Jensen, and it's actually from 1478, and it was meant to print Bibles using it. So what I did was I turned it into a tattoo and then photoshopped it onto my arm. So there's Jensen 1478, and then I photoshopped it onto my arm, so it's like a tattoo. And I thought it was a pretty cool design, honestly. Like if I had this on my arm, I'd be pretty happy. I'd be pretty stoked. I'd be pretty stoked about that. So that one I actually had at my art show, blown up on like a 24x36. And that's pretty cool. This one was a package design for Mediterranean Moroccan tea. It was a package design. I thought it was pretty cool. What does it say? It doesn't say anything, actually. It's literally just the characters mixed up. And that's it. Just the characters like designed. So it's like all the typography just mixed around. And then this one was Moroccan tea. So it was called Perfect Tea. You can see kind of like the name Perfect in there. There's like 2 different pieces on there. This is actually my portfolio I got my job with. I haven't touched it since. Some business cards. Really simple. They wanted really simple design on these business cards. It's so funny looking back because all of it is just put into mock-ups. I made these icons for a termite company for their website. It's kind of simple iconography for their website. And then here's these are some business cards that I designed. I was all into like Ghost and then technology, so I was using hexagon and like futuristic type figures. It's so funny looking back on all this. I made 3 different book covers for Slaughterhouse 5. Kurt Vonnegut. I like this one the most. It's kind of hard to see. Slaughterhouse 5, and then it's the V. The V is 5. I like that one the most. That's pretty cool. It's so interesting looking back. It is. This one, I liked the part where you talked about they marched in their boots and it left red blood prints. So there's UFOs and then there's planes, like of Dresden. And then the last one was actually my first one. It was like really, again, minimalistic. And I just drew a bomb with Dresden. Because like he talks about the firebombing of Dresden. That one's like really simplistic. Almost adolescent. And then here's an ad that I did. We were supposed to make an edgy ad for an item that's not edgy. So I picked eggs. And I talked about the health benefits and how it can actually help you lose weight if you eat eggs. So I had my friend pose for me with their fingers down her mouth, and it says healthier than bulimia. Like eggs will make you lose weight. That one was pretty funny. Dude wipes, yeah. That's actually it. So yeah, that's my portfolio from a long time ago. There's more artwork that I have, but I think I threw away because a lot of it was just taking up space. It does look like dude wipes. You're right. The ghost, I did it first. I don't think dude wipes existed back then. But yeah, that's basically it. Oh, they are needlessly edgy. Got it. Yeah, they kind of are, huh? Their design. Ugh, yeah. Like, it looks like a tech thing. It's pretty funny. The D without the stem is pretty funny. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Some great books this week. Daredevil issue number 12 from last week. Moon Knight issue number 7. We have a new Moon Knight coming out, I think, next year. And then, yeah, we put the other ones away already. Oops. But yeah, that's it. We got a little short one for the night, and then definitely a bigger one next week, I think. We'll see. Definitely gonna have some new videos coming out next week. I'm gonna work on them the next couple days, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the Mecha Break play stuff. It's kind of low effort, but I still, yeah, 10 out of 10. It was a good pull list. There's a lot of good comics going on right now. And like I said, we talked about Blood Hunt, issue number 5, and what ended there. Talking about Absolute Power and what's going on there. The Ultimate Universe, Iron Lad coming back to talk to Peter Parker and Harry Osborn. What's that going to entail? Wildness. Those are probably my 3 favorite mainline stuff. The Dick Tracy book is really good. I love the detective noir post-World War II setting freaking awesome. And yeah, hopefully I'll get some more fantasy books to go along with When the Blood Is Dried, instead of some cape stuff. There's some more fantasy books I'm interested in looking at. So there's some stuff from Distillery too. Oh, by the way, on a final note, Ain't No Grave issue number 4 had 0 text bubbles and 0 words. It was all imagery, and it was fantastic. Fantastic. So Ain't No Grave issue number 4, I think we're going into the final issue number 5. So I'm loving that book, and it was a really cool change from a lot of text, a lot of dialogue, to all imagery, and I bet Scotty Young loved writing that one. There's a word at the end, there's some talking at the end, but that one, Ain't No Grave, great book. I couldn't recommend that one more. So that's basically it for this week. I thank you guys for hanging out, and feel free to like the stream, and it helps get pushed out to more people. And yeah, more videos are on the way, and hope you enjoyed this week's outing. It's a little bit different than usual. We kind of just cut up some clips from the live streams, but there was a lot of stuff that I kind of wanted to show put the final pin on Comic-Con, and then to show off a little bit of Mecha Break, because I was really excited about it, and now I can't play it anymore, which might be a good thing. So that's basically it, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. We will see you Sunday night for the Pixel Space. We will find something to play. I'm sure there's gonna be something good. Maybe Star Wars Bounty Hunter HD remaster. So I was thinking about playing that one, but Mecha Break got me instead. So we'll maybe try that one out on Sunday and at 7 p.m. Pacific for the Pixel Space. But thank you guys so much, and I have to manually go do the stream thing. I appreciate Brett hanging out, everyone else hanging out. Thank you so much, and look out for those new videos coming out in the next week. So thank you again. And I have to do this. Crazy.
Right now, when you go back in time at McDonald's, you can bring home special Stone Age souvenirs or uniquely chiseled bedrock mugs.
These will look great with my bone china.
They're made of the latest Stone Age material.
Toy Run, a game-grabbing, toy-snagging rampage through a KB Toy Works store. Nickelodeon created it, and only Nickelodeon's got it.
Hey, do not insult this animal's autonomy. She can decide who her papa is. What's it gonna be, girl, huh? Original recipe or Van Milder here? Ah, that's funny. I can gently tap the fourth wall, too. The proposal. What the fuck was that? Bitch, you think that's what I do? Both of you, shut up.
News alert. Someone is stealing Gotham City's power supply. Danger of citywide blackout.
When you want a Diet Coke,